Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I am CA Neelam Ashok, your friend, and today we will learn about the creation of charges under Companies Act 2013. We will see what is a charge, when a charge has to be created, and the common questions that pop up again and again from the bankers and other people. The questions which have confusing answers, right? These questions may be like whether charge will be created on hypothecation of vehicle, whether charge will be created on pledge, whether there is need to create charge on personal guarantee of the promoters. These are the practical aspects. I deal in my video about the practical things that we face in a practice environment. So please do subscribe to my channel, okay, so that I can tell about my knowledge to you, okay. The fourth question, that is there is corporate guarantee and mortgage of property, and I have gathered these information from my personal experiences, and also of course the act and other informations I have considered. Let's go back. The fifth question that mostly I deal with is whether guarantee given by company to another company, then the amount of creation of charge and whether the charge has to be created and how can we create the charge. These are the practical things. Then whether charge will be created on FDR of the company, like the OD limits that a company take against the FDR. Now in that case, whether a charge should be created or not, and if it is not created, what are the consequences? Like then what is the time period to file form CHG1 with ROC in case of creation of security out of India. For India, I have made a separate video, and that is quite common. Here I am dealing with the questions which have difficult answers, and okay. Then whether enhancement of loan amounts to modification, then in that case how a charge has to be created, then whether charge will be created on hire purchase agreement, and from which date the charge considered as registered, right? That we will see what is the date, whether it is creation of document, whether it is registration or otherwise. Let me you go through the video and you will get the answer. Then in case a company fails to register the charge, what are the consequences, right? Now let's come back to the definition. What is a charge? As stated in section 216, charge means an interest on lien created on the property or assets of the company or any of its undertakings, or both security and includes mortgage. As per the requirements of the Act, details of such charge created by the company shall be registered with the concerned ROC. Further, in case a company acquires company which is subjected to charge already, the company will have to furnish the details relating to the existing charge on the acquired property. A company can have multiple charges at a given point of time on the same asset if the charge holder, the person or the entity in whose favor the charge is created, gives the consent, right? I hope you got the definition, right? And when the charge has to be created. Now what is this charge as defined in the Transfer of Property Act? According to section 100 of the Transfer of Property Act 1882, where an immovable property of one person is by the act of parties or operation of law made security for payment of money to another person. Got it? As a security for payment of money to another, and the transaction does not amount to a mortgage, the latter person is said to have a charge on the property, and all the provisions which apply to a simple mortgage shall, so far as may be, apply to such charge or the property. Okay. Now what is a mortgage? I hope you got the definition of the charge right in case of Companies Act and as per Transfer of Properties Act. Now let us see what is a mortgage. A mortgage is a legal process whereby a company borrows money from another person and secures the repayment of the borrowed money and also the payment of interest at the agreed rate by creating a right or charge in favor of the lender on his movable or immovable property. Okay, this is simple definition. Now, mortgage as defined in Transfer of Property Act 1882. According to Section 58 of the Transfer of Property Act, a mortgage is the transfer of an interest in specific immovable property for the purpose of securing the payment of money advanced on it or be advanced by a loan on existing or future debt or the performance of an engagement which may give rise to pecuniary liability. Now, what is the difference between a charge and mortgage? In a very highlighted case, JK Bombay Private Limited versus New Caser, the Supreme Court has distinguished a charge from the mortgage, holding that in case of charge there is no transfer of property or any interest therein, but only the creation of right of payment. Got it? Only in case of charge there is a right of payment. Whereas in case of mortgage, it effectuates the transfer of property or an interest therein. Okay. Following types of transactions or agreements are charges, and these should be registered with the registrar of companies. Let's go through one by one. Friends, I will like to tell you that these videos maybe there may be series of videos, and I will put in the playlist so that you get one after another. Okay, not breaking. Now we were there that in case of the following transactions, agreements or charges, these should be registered with the registrar of companies. First is mortgage by deposit of title deeds. Whenever a mortgage on immovable property is created by depositing of title deeds of property with the lender as security for the loan, no written instrument is necessary for creating this type of mortgage. It is common practice to prepare a memorandum of deposit of title deeds, listing out the title deeds depositing as security for the loan. Such mortgage creates a charge on the property mortgage. Hence, it should be registered as charge. So, whenever the documents or the documents of the property are given to bank to take the loan, in that case we have to create a charge at the ROC office. Such mortgage creates a charge on the property mortgage, hence it should be registered as the charge. Okay. Second thing is charge created by a company merged with another company. When a company is amalgamated with another company pursuant to High Court's order under Section 394 of the Act, the transferee company should file a Form CHG1 with registrar in respect of property of transferor company acquired by it subject to charge. In this case also we have to register a charge. So what is the principal rule of creation of charge is that charge will be created only on the assets of the company. Assets are defined as per Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013. Okay, this is the basic which I say grassroots that we have developed about creation of the charge. Now we will go to the questions one by one, the FAQs, and these I will put as a series of video. Let's meet in the next video, which will be of whether charge will be created on hypothecation of vehicle.